We chose to live near downtown specifically so that we could walk. We have two young children. Their school is near downtown. It's on 10th Avenue, and our kids twice a day walk through downtown and through the park in order to get to and from school. I mean, one thing that would be really nice would be that if downtown San Mateo were a safer area for my children to bike. That would definitely be a plus right now.
I love coming downtown. I walk down a lot. I used to live in San Mateo Heights and hang out in the coffee shops. I go to the post office every day because the nonprofit that I'm working with, we have our P.O. box there, so I'm checking it every day. Walgreens, I love the park. I love walking in the park and the Rose Garden. It's really a very nice, walkable place. An art house movie theater. I know the nearest one's down in Menlo Park in Palo Alto. I think San Mateo I would hope there's a market for one, you know. Two words that are used in the field of how communities adapt is adaptability and resilience. So how we can build adaptability and resilience into the downtown, but generally the whole community.
I'll just mention I'm a lifelong resident of San Mateo, which is rare, I know. I come downtown for the restaurants, for the movies, to go to Draker's and some of the other businesses on 3rd and 4th. That's primarily why I come downtown. Like I said, it would take me over an hour and cost me about $15, $20 to get here if I took public transportation. And driving, it takes me 10 or 15 minutes. And so I've heard comments about reducing parking, and at one of the meetings somebody was not very kind to me when I expressed that basically as a single woman driving down here by myself at night, trying to take public transportation is not optimal. It would be awesome to have a live music venue. I think that would be really great to have,
yeah, honestly, like something in the park a little better. Like
what?
I don't know if they had use the field more, I know they do baseball and stuff like that, but maybe if they had pickup game, flag football, stuff like that, other sports, you know what I mean?
My name is Tweezy. I'm a fairly new resident of San Mateo. I hang out a lot in the downtown area.
My name is Adam. I am a San Mateo resident. I've been there a resident for about 20 years. I went to high school here, and now I'm happy to say that I still live and work here. I also have a bicycle, and I do try to ride sometimes as well. It just sort of depends on whether I have a city meeting to go to afterward or somewhere else I need to be that might be a long walk or whatever, but I definitely don't try to take my car. And I used to take my car, but Ken Chin and the Taste and Talk series kind of convinced me that I really shouldn't bring my car downtown anymore. So I'm a proud product of what's going on here.
What might be missing is other forms of entertainment. So there's the movie theater, but I'm wondering if, maybe something like an art gallery or even just any other entertainment options that are not, eating out or movies would be a good option.
I would second that. That's very important.
What I've wanted to do here is volunteer. So I was looking for volunteer opportunities in San Mateo, and it seems like there aren't too many or nonprofits around. So if that's something that could be incorporated into the downtown, that'd be really cool.
One thing we love about Central Park is it allows people to come and just be and sit, and I wish we had a little more of that in other places downtown. I think the Main Street sort of promenade area by the theater could be something kind of like that. We're not quite there, so I feel like if there were more spots like that.
My name is Maxine Turner, and I moved to San Mateo 30 years ago because of the downtown. It was real, it was historic, it was authentic, and it was, I must say, a lot more diverse then than now. I've been involved in this, I think, is my 5th, if you count the 2014, maybe 6th master plan update. And my experience has been that the people who live here say the same things over and over again. And my big question is, what does the city do with all this information? Where we give input, it gets put in a plan, and every developer who comes up who wants an exception gets it. So between the implementation, between the goals and what actually happens, is political. So we need diversity. I love that about our older downtowns. I would love, love, love to have a music venue. That's what should be in the collective building, not the backside of computers. That space would be a wonderful club.
And because of my friend, I moved close to downtown because I learned about it through my friend.
And I've lived near downtown in the Hayward Park neighborhood for 15 years. We leave our car at home and do whatever we need to by walking. And when our kids, we have 2 sons, and when they were little, we would push their strollers or they would ride their bikes, certainly through Central Park safely. So it's vital to us. It's part of our life. So
we love the free concerts in the summer in Central Park,
yes.
and it'd be so great if there were a farmers market again downtown.
Yes.
I do. I'd love to see downtown be more bike friendly. I've been doing the bike shares, and it's great in Central Park. It's great on Palm Avenue, but it's just a little too congested downtown to feel safe. So don't tell anyone. But I end up going on the sidewalks.
the parking lot underneath the tennis courts is supposed to be redone at some point. That'll be a big plus. And having other lots. But if you were to build a lot on the other side of the train tracks closer to the freeway, you have to make the walking area feel safer to pedestrians than it feels now. So
we really got the message loud and clear. There is a housing crisis. So I'm in favor of some higher density. People need a place to live. And as we know, there's been a lot more jobs created versus housing.
We're beginning to see some chains come in, and I understand their popularity. A concern that we have, my husband and I have, for as long as we've lived here, we're big supporters of small businesses. And what we've heard from some of the proprietors, because they've seen our kids grow up, is that rents are going up and up and up, and that prices out a small coffee shop, a small fill-in-the-blank.
And I hope that Parks and Rec continues children's programming in Central Park. Thank you.
I love it. I really like it as it is. I think there are ways that it can definitely be improved, but I think it's in many ways the heart and a defining feature of our city. San Mateo is not just all high-end name brand stores. It's a lot of independent businesses and lots of cute, small, little different places. I go to study and work, I go to the movies, I go to dinner with friends, but it's a special place. But I think there are some challenges that we have to overcome, and it can always be better. So I live in Mariners Island, and there's no bike with the bike share thing like right near me. If there was, I probably really would try to bike more, but there's no stop right near me. Parking, traffic flow. But overall, within the entire city and community of San Mateo, affordable housing is always it's a problem. We have a lot of opportunities with the downtown, I think, for transit-oriented development and for affordable housing. And we really have to be strategic about that. 'Cause I think affordable housing for everyone in our community, for low-income individuals, for the workforce housing for all the people here who don't make 6 figures, because there's a lot of them, for our service workers, for our firefighters, for our police, housing for them as well. But for seniors, I think, and especially that's a mobility issue too, right? I do think we have to look at height restrictions. I think we have to. I know that's a very sacred issue in our community, but as we face these very real challenges, we have to really revision, okay, we made that decision a long time ago. Does that still best serve our community today, given our different needs of our community today?
I'm thinking about all 3 E's of sustainability: equity, environment, and economics. And places like this are where we have an opportunity to make those 3 things happen.
Creating an environment community that reaches out to everybody that lives here in San Mateo, so that we're not servicing just one demographic.
Restaurants, the movies.
Central Park.
We can
Library.
go. Yep. We need to build up. We're not going to build into the bay. We're not going to build into the hills. We need to build near transit, and the only way to go is up. It's the responsible thing to do.
activate the with the sidewalks, widen sidewalks. Like I hate to use another city's name, but Redwood City is doing a pretty good job in getting the people out on the streets and active.
I'd like to see some of that angled parking on 3rd go away because it frankly creates this backup nightmare.
I think people need to learn to park in a garage that's not right on top of the restaurant they're going to, and not be so lazy.
My name is Dave, and my relationship to downtown is I just moved here about an hour ago. I walked across the street to get a library card, and we're starting to get established in the community. My wife arrives tomorrow. Our truck arrives on Thursday. I'm excited to show her the diversity of all the different places, diversity of restaurants, diversity of walks, diversity of parks, diversity of hikes. So we're just interested in all that diversity of people too. So I have run to Foster City and through to San Mateo from Millbrae. And I've discovered all kinds of pedestrian routes. I'll run as far as I can run. I get tired. I'll eat at a restaurant, and I'll take an Uber home. I agree with the previous speaker. I think you need to build up. I think you need to build more density, and you need to build more diversity to allow the people that clean your house to not have to commute 25 miles to come clean your house, or serve your food, or wash your car, or fix your car. We just were absolutely sticker shocked, not just from the price of the houses, but how run down some of them are. We looked at some houses that were $4,000 for a 2-bedroom apartment that hadn't been renovated since the Kennedy administration.
So my name's Charlie Drexler. Relationship to downtown is shopper, eater. I'm a foodie. Yeah, I love going to the restaurants and supporting downtown in that way. Former council members Jack Matthews had a great idea about having a plaza downtown, and I really want to see that happen. I think the parking can be reorganized, reconfigured, but I love the idea of sidewalk cafes and sidewalk extensions. I think it's hugely popular in other cities. There's already a model of tall, multi-use buildings in the area, and they've been here a long time. Neighbors of the library here, we've got 10, 12, maybe 14-story buildings just casting a shadow on El Camino Real on a bright day, and we don't realize it because they've been set back or stepped back from the pedestrian experience. So I think continuing some of that real thoughtful planning and engineering needs to. We need to work through that process because. About